Green Book is directed by Peter Farrelly and stars Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali. Mahershala Ali, yes. This film is set during the 1960s in the deep south of the USA, and it follows Viggo Mortensen's character, who is Tony, a bouncer. He is a bodyguard, Italian-American, and he is hired as a driver slash bouncer by Ali's character, who is Don Shirley. And his character is a jazz musician. And so because of that, he has to go on a musical tour with Tony. I just got back from watching this film and I have so many thoughts. I just had to turn on the camera and just take a while and just think about what I'm going to say and what I thought about the film. I can't stop thinking about this film. And quite frankly, I love this film. This film did it for me. This film has just pretty much for me, this film has made 2018 for me. I was jaw-dropped by this film. I felt a lot of emotions throughout when watching this film. And that's what it's all about. This film deserves all the recognition that it can get. I'm so happy to have finally watched this film. I heard a lot about it, and I can safely say that this is one of the best films of 2018, and it may just be the one. But let's go straight to the performances of this film. Viggo Mortensen is terrific in this film. His character is hilarious, but he is very ignorant and also very racist. And so the film primarily focuses on his character. He does a great job. His mannerisms are very different to Shirley's, and throughout the entire film they both learn things from each other. But I have to talk about Mahershala Ali. This man is a genius and he is incredible in this film. He deserves all the awards. All the awards. To me, this is going to be one of the big, memorable performances that I've seen for a while. I'm stammering so much because I just can't even say. I'm so excited. He is magnificent in this film. His expressions tell you so much without any of the words coming out of his mouth. You just see him close up in one scene, a close-up of his face, and it just tells everything. This character has been through so much in his life, and despite all that, he continues to put a smile on his face while performing, the way he is treated for the color of his skin, but he still wants to tour for people. He still wants to do that. He still wants to keep up his dignity, and you just have to admire that. This film is based on true story, true events, so that's why it's more effective. But the film also does focus on the theme of racism and prejudice in the USA during the 1960s. Sometimes it's very difficult to watch. I got a little angry myself, obviously watching a few scenes. I don't want to spoil too much for you guys. I want you guys to go in with this with not too much to know about and just go in and just... The characters make this film. I cared so much about them that I was just emotionally invested. The film starts off very slow paced. It's a very, very slow paced start to the film, but that's not a bad thing at all, in my opinion, because the film takes its time to build these characters up. And to do that, the first act is gonna have to be slow. And I think, looking back at it now, I think it was necessary to really dive into Viggo Mortensen's character and how he meets Mahershala Ali. So I think that was done excellently. The theme of the road trip theme is a continuous thing throughout the entire film, and it's very, very entertaining. There are some very comedic moments, very memorable moments, but there are very hard-hitting moments as well. And there's one scene in particular that I just couldn't forget. But there is that element of self-discovery for both of the characters. They learn things from each other. But before all this, Tony was very ignorant and racist, like I mentioned, but the film is primarily focused on friendship as well as civil rights. And that is where the heart of this film is, especially when those two elements collide with each other. I teared up, I really did. There was one particular scene, like I just mentioned, where I was about to break down. I was in tears, and I knew from then, I was thinking, yeah, this film is special. This film is something else. It's very special, and even past that, continue to live up to that standard. And I was just so pleased. I was so happy. Finally, a film that's made me feel like this since Blade Runner. But anyway, I've heard criticisms for this film for its historical inaccuracies, which I can understand. I can understand that. And because I obviously don't know much about the true events, about the historical events for this film, I can't judge that. And I don't want to judge that. I don't like to judge that. I don't like to compare the film with a book or a game or whatever it was that made it adapt into a film. I judge films primarily solely on just the film itself. And if I have to judge it solely on the film itself, it might just be flawless. If you guys have not seen this film already, go see it. Treat yourself. You will feel so great. You will finally watch a great film. Everyone should go watch it. Have a great time. It's got some great comedic moments. You laugh, you cry. At least I did. A lot of emotions. And I can understand that people have their different opinions about the film. People would say how slow-paced it is. Sometimes it doesn't really work. And I can understand that. I can understand that. And I can understand why they would say this, why a person would say how it's slow-paced, doesn't really work, the pacing problems. But I think that because how this film just stood out to me, I see that pacing not much of a problem for me. Like I mentioned in the first act of the film, yeah, it starts off slow, but it's for a good purpose. It leads to a greater purpose, which are the characters. Without all this, I just have to give this grade for this film. I'm gonna have to give Green Book an A+. What do you guys think? This is my pick for Best Picture, for Best Actor, for definitely Best Supporting Actor. Don't know about Best Actor, there are quite a few other nominations. But Mahershala Ali, definitely Best Supporting Actor. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you very soon.